Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. The channel where I simplify communication theories and media concepts. I am Dr. Kemi. Today, I am breaking down one of the oldest but still relevant theories of mass communication, the Hypodermic Needle Theory, also called the Magic Bullet Theory. The hypodermic needle theory is one of the earliest ideas that explains how media influences people in society. The theory also explains why sometimes the media doesn't just influence us, the media eats us straight like a bullet. And trust me, when you hear the examples, you will realize that this theory is still very relevant today, especially in this age of fake news, fear messages, artificial intelligence, and social media trends. So if you're a communication student, a media professional, or a researcher looking at updating your theory knowledge, please stay with me. Now let's dive in. The hypodermic needle theory. This theory says that the media can inject messages directly into people's mind, and people will accept them without thinking too deeply or critically about those messages. The idea is that the media talks, the audience obeys. It's like a needle injecting drug into someone's body, or a bullet hitting at a target. And honestly, we still see this behavior today in society when people react to media messages without verifying them. This theory came up in the 1920s and 1930s after World War I. Government had used propaganda to convince the whole population to support the war or hate the enemy. So there wasn't one specific scholar attributed to the propoundment of this theory. It was more like a general belief among early communication scholars who saw how millions of people were moved by the same message. Plus the fact that during that time, radio was new. Newspapers were trusted. There were few sources of information. There was no Google, cross-checking or screenshots. So when the media said something, people believed it completely. So why did people believe the media so much? Imagine living in that time. No internet, no influencers, no bloggers, no citizen journalists, no alternative TV stations. You only have your radio and your local newspaper. So whatever they say feels like the absolute truth. This theory made sense because people didn't have a choice. The media was like a single powerful voice talking to the entire society. Now let's examine the propositions of the theory. The theory has 4 key propositions. The first one is that media messages are powerful and direct. People respond to media messages instantly. No delay, no resistance. The second proposition is that media audience is passive. They don't think critically or deeply about the messages they receive or encounter in the media. They don't ask questions. They don't analyze it or resist the messages. The third proposition of the theory is that the media have the power to influence or share people's knowledge, perception, attitude, and behavior immediately. It is like a needle injecting drugs into someone's body. The reaction is immediate, a stimulus-response reaction. The fourth proposition of the theory is that everyone exposed to the same media message respond the same way. Everyone exposed to the same media message respond the same way. This implies that the media eat us equally. Our behavior, our response, our reaction to the same messages we consume in the media are the same. Now let's make this theory real. there are a lot of instances that reflect that the hypodermic needle theory is still very much alive in our society today. Take for instance during election, we see how fake news spreads on social media. For instance, somebody posted that candidate A has stepped down or candidate B is dead. Instead of verifying or checking the official page of the person to confirm the truth and accuracy of the information, people just started reacting, blind sharing the messages, reacting to it, commenting, arguing, debating about this information without verifying. The immediate reaction of people to the message is what the hypodermic needle theory talks about. One message injected into the society, one message injected into people's mind, and they respond immediately. They accept and believe that message without verifying. Another example is social media challenge, especially TikTok challenge. We see one silly TikTok challenge go viral, people responding to it, your younger brother, friends, colleagues at work, joining the challenge without thinking critically about it. Another is social media slang. One person says something and everyone jumps on it. Everyone starts saying it, singing it like a chorus. That is the hypodermic needle effect theory in action. Another example is WhatsApp broadcast messages. You see those long WhatsApp broadcast messages that tell you, forward this message to 10 people or your blessing will be blocked. Or some will say, forward these messages to 20 people and receive congratulatory message in the next 1 minute. And people start sharing it without thinking critically about it. That is what the hypodermic needle theory talks about. That people's reaction to media messages is instant, direct, and immediate. So why is this theory still relevant today? Even though the theory is old, the idea behind it is still very much alive. When people don't verify information, they become vulnerable. Information spreads faster. Emotional content gets more engagement. Fake news becomes real when it is well packaged. AI-generated content now confuse people in our society today. People now believe influencers, bloggers, more than media professionals. So media, especially the social media, can create fear, cause anger, influence people's voting decisions, spending habits, behaviors, and even relationships. So one message can control millions of people. When you don't verify messages, when you don't think or analyze them, you become vulnerable. The hypodermic needle theory has been criticized. One of the criticisms of the theory is that people are not robots. We do not respond blindly to media messages. The second criticism of the theory is that people interpret media messages differently. When we encounter a message in the media, our level of education, our social background, our exposure, our experience, all of this come together to shape how we react, interpret, analyze, or respond to the message. Another criticism of the theory is that today media's audience is more active. They are not passive. We use Google. We ask questions. We compare sources. Another criticism of the theory is that media effect is not instant or immediate. People need repetitions. People need emotions. People need context to react to messages, not just one message. So here is a challenge. When next you see a message that shocks you or triggers you in the media, especially the social media, pause and ask yourself, who sent this message? Is this message verified? What is the source of the message? Why do they want me to feel this way? So don't let the media inject anything into your mind. Be intentional, be informed, be smarter than the message. So if you enjoyed this explanation, please subscribe to this channel. Share this video with your friends who need to understand the influence of the media, and share your perspective in the comment section. I would like to read them. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode right here on YouTube.